In the grand tapestry of human history, our venture into space stands as perhaps our most audacious endeavour. From our first tentative steps beyond Earth's atmosphere to our current plans for interplanetary colonisation, the story of space exploration is one of courage, innovation, and an insatiable curiosity about our place in the cosmos. Our journey begins in the tumultuous 1940s, a time when the world was emerging from the shadows of global conflict. The same rocket technology that had brought destruction was about to open the gateway to the stars. In 1942, Germany's V2 rocket became the first human-made object to reach space, crossing the Kármán line at 100 kilometers above Earth's surface. Though born from the crucible of war, this achievement marked humanity's first step into the cosmic ocean. The V2's legacy would echo through the decades, influencing rocket design for generations to come. As the dust of World War II settled, two superpowers emerged, and with them, the space race began. The United States and the Soviet Union, driven by a mixture of scientific curiosity, national pride, and Cold War rivalry, embarked on a contest that would push the boundaries of human achievement. On October 4th, 1957, the world changed forever.
Today, a new moon is in the sky.
The Soviet Union launched Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite to orbit Earth. Its simple beeping, heard on radios around the world, declared the dawn of the space age. For the first time, humanity had placed an object into orbit, a feat that just years before had been the stuff of science fiction. Sputnik's launch sent shockwaves through the Western world, sparking fears of a technological gap and spurring unprecedented investment in science and education. The United States, caught off guard, redoubled its efforts. In 1958, NASA was formed, and the race to space accelerated at a dizzying pace. The Mercury program was launched, with the goal of putting an American in orbit around Earth. Then, on April 12, 1961, another milestone. Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human to journey into outer space, completing one orbit around Earth. His flight lasted just 108 minutes, but in that brief time he glimpsed what no human had ever seen before: our planet as a blue marble suspended in the void of space. Gagarin's words, "I see Earth. It is so beautiful." The United States responded less than a month later, sending Alan Shepard on a suborbital flight. But the real goal was now clear: the moon.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
In 1962, President John F. Kennedy threw down the gauntlet, challenging America to land a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth before the decade was out. This audacious goal galvanized the nation and set in motion one of the greatest technological efforts in human history. The 1960s saw a flurry of space firsts. Valentina Tereshkova became the first woman in space, breaking gender barriers and inspiring generations of female scientists and astronauts. Ed White took the first American spacewalk, floating in the void with only a tether connecting him to his spacecraft. The Mariner 4 probe sent back the first close-up images of Mars, revealing a barren, cratered landscape that dispelled long-held fantasies of Martian canals and vegetation.
2, 1, 0.
Then came the moment that would define a generation. On July 16th, 1969, Apollo 11 lifted off from Kennedy Space Center. 4 days later, on July 20th, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to set foot on another world.
One small step for man,
Armstrong's words echoed around the world.
one giant leap for mankind.
For a brief moment, the entire human race was united, watching in awe as our species took its first steps on alien soil. The moon landing was more than just a triumph of technology. It was a testament to human ingenuity, courage, and the power of a shared vision. The Apollo program continued until 1972, with a total of 12 men walking on the moon. These missions not only expanded our scientific knowledge, but also gave us a new perspective on our own planet. The iconic Earthrise photo, taken by Apollo 8 astronaut William Anders, showed our world as a fragile blue oasis in the vast blackness of space, and helped spark the environmental movement. As the 1970s dawned, focus shifted from the moon to Earth orbit. The Soviet Union launched the first space station, Salyut 1, in 1971. The United States followed with Skylab in 1973. These early stations were technological testbeds, helping us understand how to live and work in space for extended periods. They paved the way for longer duration missions and the development of closed-loop life support systems, crucial for future deep space exploration. The 1970s also saw the beginning of our robotic exploration of the solar system in earnest. The Pioneer and Voyager probes embarked on their grand tours of the outer planets, sending back breathtaking images and invaluable data about Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. These missions expanded our understanding of the solar system and continue to push the boundaries of human knowledge as they journey into interstellar space.
America's reusable space shuttle offers the most cost-competitive.
The 1980s brought the era of the space shuttle, NASA's reusable spaceplane that promised to make access to space routine. Its first flight in 1981 marked a new chapter in space exploration. For the next 30 years, the shuttle would be the workhorse of the American space program, launching satellites, conducting scientific experiments, and later helping to build the International Space Station. But space exploration is never without risk. The loss of Challenger in 1986 and Columbia in 2003 served as stark reminders of the dangers inherent in pushing the boundaries of human achievement. These tragedies led to soul-searching within the space community and improvements in safety protocols, but they did not diminish our resolve to explore. The 1990s saw unprecedented international cooperation in space. The Russian space station Mir hosted astronauts from various nations, paving the way for the International Space Station. Construction of the ISS began in 1998, bringing together the resources and expertise of 16 nations in the largest and most complex international scientific project in history. Today, the ISS continues to orbit Earth, a permanently crewed outpost where humans conduct research and learn how to live and work in space. It stands as a testament to what we can achieve when we work together across national boundaries. Experiments conducted on the ISS range from studying the effects of microgravity on the human body to developing new materials and technologies that benefit life on Earth. The turn of the millennium brought new players to the space arena. China became the third nation to independently launch humans into orbit with its Shenzhou program. India, Japan, and the European Space Agency expanded their presence in space, launching probes to the Moon and Mars. This diversification of space actors has led to new collaborations and healthy competition, driving innovation in the field. The 21st century has also seen the rise of commercial spaceflight.
SpaceX is celebrating an astonishing achievement in the quest to develop fully reusable rockets. The company successfully launched this giant Starship rocket yesterday, and then just take a look at this. It used mechanical arms to pull the first stage booster back to the launch pad.
Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are revolutionizing access to space with reusable rockets, driving down costs and opening up new possibilities for space exploration and utilization. The dream of space tourism is becoming a reality, with private citizens now able to experience the wonder of spaceflight. Our robotic emissaries continue to push the boundaries of our knowledge. The Mars rovers Spirit, Opportunity, and Curiosity have revolutionized our understanding of the Red Planet, finding evidence of past water and organic molecules. The New Horizons probe gave us our first close-up look at Pluto, revealing a world of unexpected complexity and beauty. The James Webb Space Telescope, launched in 2021, is peering deeper into the cosmos than ever before, unlocking the secrets of the early universe and potentially discovering signs of life on distant exoplanets. As we look to the future, our ambitions grow ever bolder. Plans are underway to return humans to the moon and establish a permanent presence there in the next decade. The Artemis program aims to land the first woman and the next man on the lunar surface, using it as a proving ground for technologies that will take us even further. Mars beckons as the next great destination for human exploration, with both NASA and private companies setting their sights on the Red Planet. Beyond that, the moons of Jupiter and Saturn tantalize us with the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Missions to Europa and Enceladus are in the planning stages, aiming to explore the subsurface oceans that may harbour microbial life. And as our technology advances, we cast our gaze even further, to the stars themselves. Space exploration has evolved remarkably from its 1940s origins to today's interplanetary ambitions. Each mission and discovery has deepened our understanding of both the cosmos and ourselves. As we approach becoming a multi-planetary species, we build upon the achievements of countless scientists, engineers, and astronauts who dared to push boundaries. Looking skyward today, we see not just stars, but humanity's next frontier. In the words of Carl Sagan, exploration is in our nature. We began as wanderers, and we are wanderers still. We have lingered long enough on the shores of the cosmic ocean. We are ready at last to set sail for the stars.